All right. Good evening, YouTube. Depending on where you are in the world, we've been plowing through some DVD, 4K DVD, Blu-ray content lately because the home theaters, it's not going to be up too much longer. But I thought this was a perfect opportunity to go through some of my reference demo material and show you what is my absolute new favorite. It is without a doubt the single best experience that I think I've had in my home theater. And just to set this up, we'll say, of course, it's all subjective. Hey, psst, no kitty. It's all subjective. And let's talk a little bit about my home theater setup. It's a 5.2.2 system. Um, so we have five bed layer, two subs, and two height channels that really act as the front presence. So that the brains of that operation is a Emotiva MC1, Basics MC1. It is the Pre-Pro. It's a 13.2 channel home cinema processor. The amplifiers in my media cabinet are the Basics A4 as well as the XPA Gen 3 5 channel, which is 275 watts a channel, I believe, or 250 watts a channel, all channels driven. The A4 is 100 watts a channel, all channels driven. So that's kind of what we're working with, as well as the LG UBK90 4K Blu-ray player. So that'll set you up for, I guess, what to expect out of the system. Before we get into some obvious demo material, right? One of the reasons that I've been thinking about this lately is because there's so much 4K material. I've been asking the question lately, 4K or Blu-ray, and there's so much material out there that are great films, but I don't believe there's need to spend the money on the 4K transfer or copy of that film. And I'm gonna go give you two examples of this, which I've been through real quick. The Mummy. It's actually a really fun watch. I just saw this for the first time all the way through the other day, and I've really enjoyed it. Terrible CGI, um, but it is a fun watch. For the 4K, no, absolutely not. It's a Blu-ray film. I guess one more thing I should mention is that for our display, we have the LG C1077. It is calibrated and it is has the latest uh, firmware update installed. The Another example of great films that you would be perfectly fine having on Blu-ray and not spending the extra money going to 4K would be Bram Stoker's Dracula. Again, an awesome film. Love it a lot. But hey, no need to buy the 4K. All right, let's get those out of the way. It's time, before we get to my number one, we're going to go through some obvious 4K demo material because, and there's some over there that, listen, I just couldn't show it all. We're going to go through some obvious stuff real quick. All-time favorite right here. Real easy, y'all. 1917 is easily demo worthy material, man. No doubt about it. Doctor Strange, man. Like that's another great one. Of course, one of my all-time favorites again, Logan. These are great demo. I mean, this should go without saying, right? Mad Max should go without saying. Of course, Ready Player One. You have to put that on that list. It's just great demo material. But at the end of the day, all this stuff is great demo material, video and audio. But I want to get to some of, I don't know, some really good ones in my library. So let's start here. And this is strictly a visual thing. The audio's okay. It's whatever. Aquaman. I don't even know if it's the greatest movie, but Jason Momoa, bless his heart, I really enjoyed him in this. He's funny, uh, big, strong. What's not to like, right? Good character, I guess. Visually, even though this has a 2K DI, I believe. I don't believe this is native 4K. It is one of the best looking uh, disc I have. So take that for what it's worth. Uh, Sound wise, 4K. Um, this one I believe is upscaled. No, this is native 4K, I believe. But the thing about this guy is obviously the sound. Uh, the sound in this one, easy demo material. It's really, really fun. So Those two are okay. Here's another one that has a 2K DI, but visually, I think it's one of the best films that I own. Also, audio, one of the best films that I own. Kong Skull Island. So good. Demo worthy material all day long. And I never hear anybody saying it. So there you go for that one. Here's another kind of obvious one, but one of my go-tos. The original Pacific Rim. Great one. Obviously, don't need to say much about that one. Here's one that gets mentioned, but nobody gives it enough love. 2016's Power Rangers, guys. This is demo worthy audio video all day. Here's one that gets tossed around about, but again, not enough love given to the most recent Tomb Raider film as far as demo uh, worthy material is. And most of these are native 4K, okay, with the exception of Kong and I think Fury and Aquaman. All of these on this list, native 4K. Okay, so we've gone over some of the ones that are, you know, easily recognized as reference material, and some of the ones that don't get as much love. Before we get to my best experience that I've had in my theater, visually and with audio, let's go through a couple that I think are underrated and should be in everyone's library for demo material. This one's tough for me. I'm going to say Prometheus ahead of Alien Covenant. I don't know why, but to me, Prometheus, I don't know. I'm drawn to this one visually more, but really, at the end of the day, audio and video are stellar on these discs, and no one talks about it. I don't know why, but both of the new aliens, stellar stuff. This one was surprising to me. I expected to really want to hang on to my Blu-ray, which I have, and just watch that one. Probably the best one of the best restorations I've seen, and without a doubt about it, y'all. The Thing 4K, John Carpenter's The Thing. If you don't have this in your library, your mess. This is demo material. I mean, it is incredible. This is one with a 5.1. You know, Trek. A lot of these movies are 5.1, but when it's done right, the 5.1 can sound, you know, just as good as a 7. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not a 7, but it sounds really good. All right. Here's an old time favorite that I thought they really went kind of above and beyond in the restoration of this one, and it is so fun, such a good watch. Man, Steel K version of 1986, I think 1986 Transformers Steel Book. I said Steel K, Steel Book version of this. Got it for like $16 on Amazon. What they did to enhance the screens and the space shuttles, um, the scene where Megatron gets turned into Ultratron or whatever it is, by Unicron. I mean, really stellar work. These guys took this restoration extremely seriously. Again, another 5.1, but it's amazing. Okay, right now I'm going to get to probably this, up until very recently, the second best demo worthy material I've ever seen. This is mostly visual, the 4K enhancement, the restoration of Wall-E is through the charts. It's like a 5-star. It is incredible. The audio is just, they put a lot of time into these movies. There's a couple of other ones that Disney has upscaled, and usually I don't really care for a Disney upscale, or actually this is, Disney, Pixar, whatever. And this is just, it's incredible. It does have the, Dolby Atmos, so it's most likely mastered in 7.1.4, and however many speakers you have, it will utilize. Wall-E, man, not enough people talk about it, I don't think, but I'm gonna be very honest. The number one best experience that I've had in my home theater by far and away, and this is going to have to get its own video. This release is not even available in 4K. It is a Blu-ray film. I heard sounds in this, and I've seen this film just, I don't know, dozens and dozens of times. Probably not triple digits, probably not 100 times. I've seen this film dozens of times. Never seen or never heard it like this I can't say enough about it. This is actually a 3-movie collection. What I'm trying to get at is right up there, Kung Fu Panda. If you have a calibrated display in your home theater system, you have some room correction in your home theater, you need Kung Fu Panda. And I challenge anyone, you know, I it is so I honestly couldn't believe, hey Cody Bug, I couldn't believe how good the sound was. I always knew the picture was stellar, and since calibrating my display a little over a year ago, I hadn't rewatched the film, and I actually got a chance. Like I said, I found this on Amazon for about $16. Um, the second film is stellar as well. It's in Dolby True HD, True 7.1. Right. I don't know about the third yet. Haven't watched the third, but Kung Fu Panda blew my socks off. More so than Wally. More so than Ready Player One. More so than Transformers and any of the movies that I have named here this evening. Kung Fu Panda beats them all. Maybe not by wide, excuse me if I could speak, a wide margin, but Kung Fu Panda, I just, wow, this thing's going to get its own video by me, hopefully. I really want, I really want to see what other people have to say about it. Have you popped in Kung Fu Panda lately in your home theater and watched it? I'm so curious as to what other people have to say about this film. And I'm ranking it as right at the top. So I'd like to see what other people have to say about that. Um, we probably have to wrap this one up and get going because we do have a lot of things going on. But just after 8 p.m., I hope everybody's doing well. One more time, the number one experience I've ever had. Forget about the 3 movies. Kung Fu Panda, Blu-ray, better than any experience I have had thus far in over a year in that theater. So in my theater space, yeah. So I hope it going through all those other movies kind of gave you an idea of where I'm at. As I said, I didn't put in a lot. Like all the John Wicks, they're great on 4K. There's just so many other Blu-rays that I didn't even mention. Hey, Game of Thrones takes a minute. Sprung Robin, how you doing, sir? Game of Thrones takes a minute to load disc on my old Blu-ray player. It's slow to load. Hey man, it's all good as long as it's spitting out that 1080p image or that 4K image, brother. And you can get a good assessment of it. I can feel The Mummy was on this list as one of those movies that you don't need in 4K, but I can really see how, when that movie was made, whatever it was, 2099, late 90s, something, whatever. I can really see how people were attracted to that. But as we watch it now, the CGI is so bad. But yeah, like having a calibrated display, man, kind of does that. I wonder if it would load quicker if you give it. Um, you know, if I were you, brother, I would save the money for the Panasonic UB820. That's the player I want. It currently retails for about $500. Um, and the reason is I don't really care about the load times. What I want is the image, right? And you have the ability to tone map directly from the player to whatever display you have, LCD, OLED. Obviously, we don't have extra money right now, so that's one of the reasons I haven't picked it up. And I'll say, let's see, it's 300 Canadian of that player, man. The LG, right? Yeah, I got it on sale here, 250 USD. I got it on sale at Best Buy. It came with a remote too, a Logitech Harmony, whatever you call those things, but I never use it. Um, the LG is a good player, but I have a video on it, and I don't like the fact that when it detects a Dolby Vision image, you can no longer um, or a Dolby Vision capable display, you can no longer control the output. The player itself grays out those options in the settings menu, so you can only pick auto or 2160, which when I'm watching, like, say, a regular Blu-ray 1080p, I want to be able to control that output and set it to manually 1080p. The LG UBK90 doesn't let me do that. Having said that, it's a good player. I don't think it's ever been firmware updated, though. LG has not once put out a firmware update for it, and it's just that's another thing. I think the Panasonic 820 will get firmware updates. I think Panasonic's a lot better about. I would think that's what I've heard anyway. I have seen the updates, where I look. So the the LG UBK90, it's a decent player, but again, I don't like that fact I cannot control the output, and that just happens when you hook it to a display that is capable of the Dolby Vision. So once you do that, it doesn't matter if you're putting a Blu-ray or not. So yeah, I guess auto is okay, but I don't know. I'm a stickler for that stuff. So yeah, what's on you guys mind? Anything? Anything you guys want to talk about besides the like I said, Panasonic, you know, UBK. What is it? The UB820. I think that's the one. Yeah. Man, it is warm in our house. That's all I know. It is warm. Yeah, we need to kick down that AC. But yeah, we're in the middle of a lot of things. It's kind of crazy. I've been filming a little bit of that, but I haven't had a chance to sit down and put that stuff out. Oh Lord, my, something's going on here. Let's see. Wonder if there's a UB40. Yeah, there's the UBK90 and the UBK. Is it the 40 or 80? Maybe it might be called the UB80. Let me see. Actually, LG UBK 80. Yeah, UBK 80. It retails for $199 USD. And I am not at all familiar with that player, but it is a 4K Blu-ray player. Oh, I think the difference may be, let me look at this. One of the reasons I went with the UBK90 is because it has two separate HDMIs, right? So one for your video and audio, or one for just your audio. But what I've come to find out is it doesn't really matter. Your audio can travel through the same HDMI as the video. They're separate strands. Therefore, it's not a big deal. So yeah, actually having that ability, and I'm trying to look at the back of the player now, but not showing me. Okay, hang on. I will tell you right now. No, okay, that's the difference right there. The LG UBK80 only has one HDMI out to the display, which will carry both audio and video. The UB40 was a joke. Oh, okay. That's okay. Do you mean the Panasonic UB40? Let's see. Yeah, and the 80, no Wi-Fi, no Dolby Vision. Yeah. Good call. Spring Robin. Yeah, that's why I went though originally with the UBK90, because they had those dual HDMI again for the audio and video, but it doesn't even matter. What are you looking for, honey? I can't help you with that. I don't know where that is. But no, that's them. I mean, I can't see it. I'm just doing my live thing over here. Anyway, yeah, the 80. Yeah, he's whatever. I'm really looking at that. I really want that. Let me see if I can show it to you. Let me see if I can find that. Here comes Ashy Slashy. It's a real party now. Let's see the Panasonic. What is it called? The 8. It's the UB8. We have UB9000, but that's not what I want to see. 4K, blah, blah, blah. Let's see here if this is the correct one. Panasonic. Yes. Okay, cool. Let's check this out, man. I'll go ahead and share this with you. Yeah. Let's do that. All right, man. Yeah. This is the guy right here, man. The UB820. Uh, what is still 499 on that? But man, I've heard some things about this tray. You know, the tray has to fully open up, whatever. But the fact that you can control the tone mapping that goes to the display, again, whether it's LCD, RGB OLED, um, you know, it, that just seems like the way to go to me. The UBK90, it is not going to do anything like that. So yeah, I think that's kind of cool, right? And excuse me, yeah, that Panasonic, man, that's where we want to go. Yeah. Anyway, have has Sprung Ramen? Have you had a chance to check out Kung Fu Panda recently? Because yeah, that's my number one right now. It's crazy. It beats out Wally. Okay, it beats out a lot of other stuff. That's my number one. Let's see, expensive for me. That amount of time, I would use it. Yeah, I know. That's one of the reasons I haven't purchased it. My friend is it's expensive, and again, that's another reason. I think when I bought the UBK90, I'm not sure that the Panasonic player was out, but what was out was the Oppo, and like, I think those things were like 1,200 or something like that, and there was no way I was gonna spend that kind of money on a 4K. So I'm hoping that those UB820s will go on sale sometime to maybe around 300, 350, something like that. Uh, no, I don't have kids, right? Oh well, it's I encourage you to see the film, and yeah, that's what I would say, man. Check it out and see how it performs in your home theater because, uh, damn, 1,200. Yeah, yeah, that's right. And now I guess they're even more expensive than that now. Let's see if we can find the old Oppo. Uh, we'll just do this here. The What was it called? The Oppo uh, 4K player. Ah, yes, the 205. Oh my lord. Holy cow, guys. Holy poo. On eBay right now, the Oppo 205 this one says $4,100 USD. That is absolutely insane. Like it can't be that good, y'all. No way. Like those things were like I think 800 and 1,200 brand new, or maybe it's like 700 and 1,000 when they. I'm sorry, I just lied to you. I think the 205 model was 800 when they first came out. They quickly went up to 1,200 because everybody wanted one, and obviously, yeah. Here's another used one for 37.99. Holy cow! Yeah, these guys are going for around 4 grand right now on eBay. That is absolutely ridiculous. I would never. That is offensive. Jeez Louise. Well, it's like buying a TV or something. All right, man. Look, it's been about what has it been about here? 23, 25 minutes. Hey, I just wanted to get that out there. My new number one is Kung Fu Panda, man. Honestly. Um, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna encourage everybody to check that out in their home theater. Tell me what they think. Hopefully we'll get some stuff up recently of the transformation and everything that's going on here. Anyway, man, let's see. Here we go. Wild World. It's not even better than the Panasonic. Oh, is that it? Right? Wild World. What's up, brother? Yeah, I've never had the Oppo. I wouldn't know, but the Panasonic, yeah, I don't believe you can tone map with the Oppo like you can the Panasonic. And as well, I don't believe you can tone map with that Panasonic UB400 or 420. It has to be the 820 or the 9000. Those are the only two models that do the tone mapping. But you can set it, say, to uh, WRGB OLED and then cap it at 800 nits, say, as opposed to, something like 700 or 600, whatever. Let's see. I had the Oppo and sold it for 1,000. Boom, man. Was it? Was it what everybody said, brother? I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was good. But Oh, my man, I am so, hey, brother, look at here. I am peanut butter and jealous right now. Oh, wow. You got that 9,000. So, yeah, that's got the 7.1 outputs on the back. Yeah. Uh, the analog pre-outs there. But I think that's probably the biggest advantage. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe maybe the 820 has a couple of pre-outs on it too. The 820 might have just the front left and right pre-outs. I think that's what it is. The UB9000 has the analog pre-outs for a 7.1 surround system. If I'm not mistaken, while I kept saying wild, it's Will World. I'm sorry, buddy. Willward. Yeah. Maybe you can correct me, but I think that's the difference because I was really, really looking at it. Man, I'm so peanut butter and jealous you got that thing. I think it would make such a good pairing with my OLED. Uh, yeah, be real nice. Be super cool. Anyway, man, it's about 8:30 here on the East Coast. We probably have to wrap up our evening sometime soon, man. Check out Kung Fu Panda on Blu-ray. I'm telling you, it was incredible. We're gonna try to do some more Blu-ray or 4Ks here in the very near future, gentlemen. I always appreciate you guys stopping by, saying hello, and I hope you guys are, whatever it is, morning, noon, evening, whatever. Hope you guys are doing well all over the world, all over the place. Yeah. All right. As always. Oh, wait. I forgot one. If you have any questions or comments, good, bad, or different, you can put them right down below. They are greatly encouraged and greatly appreciated. So thank you for that. Let's see. 9:30 here, Atlantic time. Yes, sir. Later, my friend. Spring Robin, always a pleasure, my friend. Yes, as always. Thank you for listening. Be good. Be safe. Boom.